Welcome, Descendants, and you know what day it is. It's the 31st of July, and that means one thing. Update. Let's get into it. The First Descendant Update 1.0.5. Greetings, Descendants. Here are the details of the First Descendant Update 1.0.5 on Wednesday, 31st of July. New Descendant, Ultimate Valby. Awesome. Okay. Ultimate Value Modification Modules, Spiral Tidal Wave, the Bouncy Bubble Bullet has been replaced by a projectile that fires in a straight line. Spiral Tidal Wave is stackable and can be fired 3 times in a row and attracts impurities during the Gluttony Intercept battle. Interesting. Hydro Pressure Bomb. Instead of plop plop, she leaps forward and deals damage to enemies around the landing area. The more enemies in the laundry state, the more powerful the damage. Okay, that's one to note, guys. Added Ultimate Valby Amorphous Materials. Amorphous material patterns 011, 044, 115, 030, 055, 113, 023, 052, 073, 087, 110, and 125 can no longer be acquired. Oh, okay. So you could continue to use the amorphous materials you already have as before. Added the AA variants of amorphous materials 011, 044, 115, 030, 055, 113, 023, all of those different ones right in front of you. You can acquire the Enhanced Cell Blueprint, Stabilizer Blueprint, Spiral Catalyst Blueprint, and Code of Ultimate Value from them. Okay. So if you are grinding that, just note on that. Ultimate Valve's blueprint and code materials will replace one of the items available from the original Amorphous. The amorphal materials of the AA variant can be acquired and used in the same place as the original. Moving on. New Descendant Luna. She's been added. Okay, let's see her skills. Passive skills, improvisation. Using any skill increases in inspiration gauge, which allows Luna to use enhanced skills. Now going on to the active skills. Stage presence. Using the skill changes Luna's weapon to her unique weapon. Performing the notes in time to the music by using skills or hitting monsters stacks and increases her skill power modifier. Active skill 2. Passionate stage. Using the skill makes Luna play upbeat music, increasing the skill power modifier of Luna and her allies. That's the key thing. She's a support. Gaining the enhanced effects increases the skill power modifier even more and also increases the skill hit rate and damage of allies. Big note there. Active skill 3, Relaxing Act. Using the skill makes Luna play relaxing music, hitting the enemy with a note grants an effect that instantly recovers the MP of Luna and her allies. Gaining the enhanced effect increases MP recovery and reduces skill costs. Active skill 4, Delightful Stage. Using the skill makes Luna play delightful music, hitting the enemy with a note increases inspiration gauge and decreases the skill cooldown of allies. Gaining the enhanced effects increases the inspiration gauge even more and immediately resets the cooldown of allies. Okay. Luna modification modules are Nimble Footsteps. This modification module enhances Luna's movement speed and amplifies the effect range of her performance, making it easier to support her allies. Noise Surge transforms all of Luna's skills to combat skills. Performing the notes in rhythm unleashes a powerful AoE attack. When the inspiration gauge is full, summons a moving stage where she dances to recover MP and shield. That will be interesting to see. Wonder how that will work. That'll be quite fun. Okay, added lunar amorphous materials. Okay, there's shitloads of amorphous materials here and patterns 17, 38, 81, 20, 98, 68, 15, 49, 71, 27, 90 and 94 can no longer be acquired. Okay, you can continue the amorphous materials you already have as before. And again, they've added these AA variants of 17, 38, 81, 20 of all the ones I've just mentioned now. You can acquire the Enhanced Cell Blueprint, Stabilizers Blueprint, Spiral Catalyst Blueprint, and Code of Luna from them. Luna's Blueprint and Code materials will replace one of the items available from the original Amorphous. The Amorphous materials variant, AA variants, can be acquired and used the same place as the original. Okay, so pretty much let the grind start. Let the grind start. And I just want to know why you're going to go for Ultimate Valby and why you're going to go Luna. I know just to try them out. I'm going to be doing the same. I'm going to go with grind. But I just want to know what you guys think. Okay, moving on. Added new hard intercept battle gluttony. Okay, or gluttony, whichever way you want to say it. Added new hard difficulty void intercept battle gluttony. Intercept gluttony to collect the Hungry Sonic Eternal component set and blueprint of the ultimate weapon Peacemaker. Okay, we get a new ultimate weapon. Gluttony external component set. Hungry Sonic set 2, 2-piece set. Effects grants toxic resistance. 4-piece set. Grants an effect that recovers MP on hitting the target with a skill's unique weapon, as well as an effect that increases skill duration and MP heal modifier proportionally to the max MP. Okay. Here's the new weapon, Peacemaker. Added to the ultimate weapon Peacemaker, using a dimensional skill grants the single reload for peace effect. Maximum stack, the single reload for peace effects enables you to fire the loaded ammo in a single quick burst when taking an aimed shot. Wow. That's going to be pretty cool. That's going to be pretty cool. Okay. New module. Arcade Consecration. Concreation decreases movement speed, firearm attack, and attribute attack, except the non-attribute attack. Every time a skill is used, but each stack of the arcane concretion increases def and MP. So your defense and your memory, which is pretty good. Okay. Added new products. Okay. So there's a list of new beautiful stuff in the store. Go check them out. So they got an exclusive Luna bundle, pool party. Okay. Enough of the peaches. Premium Ultimate Valby bundle. The VSs, they've added a few more things. So go check them out. Go and check them out in the stores. Okay. So hotfix. Here we go. Hotfix 1.0.5. Content improvements. The UI UX. To prevent module swapping from becoming a strategy in inset battles and infiltration operations, equipping and removing modules, changing presets, and changing loadouts are now prohibited. Oh! Wow! So that means get your build sorted out, man, before you go into that. Get them sorted out. Get them so they're so OP. Absolutely fantastic. Okay. Added a feature to collect all lost and found items at once in the mailbox. Okay. After checking the map with acquired information in the library, closing the map now leaves the library open. Okay. Added camera shake on-off feature in game options. PS and Xbox added the ability to select preset search keywords to make it easier to search modules and research. Added commas after every 3 digits in the game menu and HUD to make it easier to read numerical units. That's nice. That's nice. You can now check key stat information in weapon, reactor, and external component inventories. Nice. You can now register equipped items as attached items. Okay. Saving a preset now automatically registers equipment items as attached items. Oh, that's good. That's good. You can now turn the red dot crosshair display on or off. Cities in game option. Okay, added an image to some items in graphic options to show what they do. Increase the speed of scrolling when scrolling map with the gamepad's R stick. Change the color of icons for hard difficulty, void inset battles, and world map to make it easier to distinguish them from normal difficulty battles. The map no longer displays the marker when the quest NPC being tracked disappears. The modification modules for the same Descendants are now displayed together in a row in the library. Okay. When the first clear reward and repeat clear reward are the same, the acquisition info in the library no longer shows them both. Oh, that's good. That's good. Yeah, because sometimes I think we're having duplicates in the library. So yeah, that's pretty good. Library no longer shows them both. Good. When selecting all duplicate modules in dismantle modules, you can now use a filter to register only the selected modules for dismantling. Okay. Simplify the module combining animation. Starting a research and materials tab of the research menu now returns you to the materials tab. Okay. Added the leave party button to the social menu to make the function easier to find. There you go. Hey, listening, man, this is cool. Added a search function to the consumable menus, even when acquiring skills for Descendants not currently in use, the red dot still appears. Added the red dot when acquiring paint. The red dot now appears in the weapons list side tab too when acquiring weapon skin. Descendant modules. Increase the poison contagion range of Freyner's room 0 trauma from a 4-meter radius to a 7-meter radius. Oh my god. Increase the maximum scaling range of Valby's skills from 200% to 250. Increase the maximum scaling range of Blair's skills from 200 to 250. Change the blizzard generated by VS's Glacial Cloud module to be triggered instantly without delay. Change Valby's Albion Academy Cadet head skin to be dyeable. Change incoming final damage and incoming damage modifier in the description of the safe recovery module. Now that's that. You know, this is it. This is about Nexon. I have to be 100% positive about it. Okay, is that they are not buffing stuff, nerfing stuff, but they're buffing it. I mean, they're buffing it. They're increasing the carnage. How cool is that? That's amazing. Okay, moving on. Equipment. Added a feature in game options that enables some single shot and burst weapons to fire automatically when the fire button is pressed and held down, increasing Enduring Legacy's critical hit damage from 1.7 to 2.3. See what I mean? Increase Secret God's critical hit rate from 35 to 50%. Critical damage from 1.85 to 225. Increase Naziat's Divination critical hit rate from 36% to 45 and critical damage. Right, okay, that's the hand cannon, which is good. And I know there was a bit of a thing about why we're using hand cannons in the First Descendant, but now they've realized that and they're buffing it. They are buffing it. Decrease the trigger rate of bombardment of Greg's Reverse Fate, but now it also triggers when the weapon is fired at unshielded enemies. Equipment can now be dismantled at once with no quantity limit. Good. Field. Increase the amount of void shards that can be acquired from special operations by about 7 times. Oh my lord. The grind has got easier. Okay, let's have a look at the director's comment. Hotfix 1.0.4 added void shards as a reward to special operations, but unfortunately they were just too few. The original intent was to keep void fragments as a primary farming source for void shards and get additional void shards from special operations. But the community has told us that many of you don't like this loop, so we've increased the amount of void shards that can be earned in special operations. We're also working on some steps for future improvements. Many players are currently farming materials without spending the fragments at the fusion reactor, so we're considering removing the fragments from the fusion reactor startup altogether. This would make fragments necessary only when reconstructing device is used at the fusion reactor. Wow. Okay. We're taking a closer look at the reward loop. We planned works in practice. We'll try to finalize a reward loop that players will be satisfied in the future. Okay. Further on with the fields. Reduce the distance you're knocked down when hit by a trap. Yeah, those laser traps are annoying. You keep knocked them back and forth and back and forth. Anyway, yeah, okay, that's good. Lower the ratio at which the named monster's immunity sphere HP scales with the number of players in infiltrator operations and reduces the duration of immunity. Well, that's good. That's scaling to the amount of members in your team. That's pretty good. Or who's doing the mission. That's good. The Agna Desert Vespers, Echo Swamp, White Knight Gulch, Hagos, and Fortress Fields now have a 100% chance of spawning cryptid vaults. Yay! At spawn. Awesome. Increase the hitbox size of data collection missions to make it easier to collect data. Outside environment sounds are now less audible in the indoor areas in Kingston. Adjusted the distance that monsters spawn in a laboratory to be closer at 15 meters. That's pretty good. Miscellaneous. Balance sound levels for shield destruction notification, material research, result windows, etc. Optimization improvements for the PlayStation, PC, Xbox S, and SS applied AMD FSR 3.1. PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. Optimized memory usage, same. Optimized resolution to increase the maximum resolution by at least 5%. Okay, bug fixes. Fix an issue where enemies defeated by the unique effects of the ultimate weapons were not counted in Battle Pass challenges and awards. No wonder that thing wasn't moving on. My Battle Pass. Fix an issue where capacity cost reducing by matching socket types was not displayed on the weapon module enhancement screen. Fix an issue where closing the capacity exceeded warning message while enhancing a module made the game inoperable. Fix an issue where the restart and intercept battle infiltration operator and special operator have completed it would not matchmake you with allies who applied to restart with you. Oh, that's good. Yeah, because no, when you get a good team and you kind of work together, you want to do that with them again. Yeah, that's good. Revise the description on the information screen that correctly states that the damage taken decreases the higher the income damage modifier. So now it states that the damage taken decreases the lower the modifier. Interesting. Fix an issue when completing a mission with weapon that has been socketed at least once would appear to give mastery rank XP when in fact it does not. Fix an issue where the names of the core materials and blueprints of ultimate weapons were swapped. Fix an issue where the quantity of attached paint was not displayed in the mailbox. Fix an issue where the DBNO UI animation would not persist when a DBNO ally left and another ally joined. Fixed an issue where changing loadouts whilst in combat is not possible, but the UI would switch to selected loadout. Okay. Descendants. Fixed an issue where Lepic could trigger the overkill skill at 0 MP while equipping the increased efficiency module. Fixed an issue where Eugene could not target an ally when using solidarity healing if part of their body was covered by an object. Fixed an issue where DBNO allies rescued by Eugene could not use any skills for a short period of time after the rescue. Fixed an issue where switching weapons after using VS's Frost Road skill caused the skill visuals effect to remain. Fixed an issue to where knockdown range of Valby's Plop Plop skill was larger than actual skill range. See, then they have to take it off us, don't they? They give us something, take it off us. Plop Plop, you're gone. Fix an issue where Enzo's shoot support was not applied to allies. Fix an issue where Ultimate Glaze Massacre Life Siphon skill did not increase her skill damage when she is above 50% HP. Oh, that's good. Fix an issue where Glaze Life Siphon skill and a modification module's Massive Sanguification and Explosive Life could be used on objects in intercept battles. Fix a skill where Car's Repulsion Dash could be used on objects in intercept battles. Fix an issue where the skill animation of Carl's repulsion dash skill would intermittently be cancelled. Fix an issue where the power of Ultimate Bunny's lightning emissions was determined by the amount of electricity she had at the time of use, unlike Bunny. The power of Bunny's lightning emission depends on the amount of electricity she currently has. Fixed an issue where Bunny's maximum power skill sound pitch went up infinitely and sounded like a noise. Fixed an issue where SMO would become uncontrollable while using the Arcane Explosion skill. Fixed an issue where after Ultimate Viessa used Frost Road with the Absolute Zero module, while Valby used the Laundry Bomb, Ajax placing a barrier on top of it inflicted reflective damage on Ultimate VSL Valby. How do people know these things? Yeah, hey, let's just put a Laundry Bomb there, smash. Let's put a Frost Road there, douche. Oh shit, I'm dying. I didn't know to do that. It's crazy. Equipment. Fixed an issue moving on a field with 3 or 4 pieces of an external component set prevented the 2-piece set effect from being applied. Fixed an issue where the damage of hitting the ultimate weapon King's Guard Lance after it was deployed was recorded in the statistics. Fixed an issue where the ultimate weapon's executor's hipfire accuracy was lower than what it should be. Fixed an issue where the ultimate weapon Thunder Cage's unique effect would deal more damage than 1.33 damage when monsters were clustered. Instead, Electric Shockwave now deals 2 times the damage. Oh, right, so they've increased it a bit. Okay, so now here's a director's comment in reference to that. Okay, during internal testing, we discovered the bug with Thunder Cage. Thunder Cage should always deal 1.33 times damage according to its description, but it was dealing more than that damage when there were lots of monsters. We fixed this bug, but we also boosted the damage to 2 times so that it doesn't become less efficient when hunting. We're well aware of the value of items you own is important to you. To ensure that fixing the bug doesn't devalue your items, we've given it more power than we originally intended. If something like this happens again in the future, we won't stop at simply fixing the bug, but consider how to preserve the value of your items to provide reasonable patch. They're just bringing it now, aren't they? They are, Nexon are just bringing it. That's a dream for looter shooters. Okay. Fix an issue where you could hear 1 or 2 extra shots when firing single shots with a repeating firearm. Modules. Fixed an issue where the firearm critical hit rate effect was missing in the description of Valby's supply moisture module. Fixed an issue where Valby's tidal wave module would not properly stack finishing attack when piercing an enemy. Fixed an issue where equipping Ajax body enhancement module will have a different final result values depending on when it was saved. Fixed an issue where if the matrix recomputation module was equipped by Ajax, the shield would recover every time after a very short while, and the shield started at 50% after equipment. Fixed an issue where the Pitmaster passive would remain indefinitely when Blair removed the classic chef module while Flame Zone was in effect. Fixed an issue where the knockout or knockback effect would not trigger when Blair used Deadly Cuisine whilst equipped with a backdraft module. Fixed an issue where the name of Sharp Precision Shot module's buff was incorrectly shown as Lethal Finish. Fixed an issue where Bunny's evolving skin quest requirements were not counted when Bunny equipped a modification module. Fixed an issue where Bunny equipping the electric condense module left a status effect display that did not have any effect. Fixed an issue where Glaze's Predator Instinct module skill displayed the frenzy state icon and name twice when used. Fixed an issue where Ultimate Glaze demonic modification module sometimes did not deal damage when used. Okay, in the field. Fixed an issue where defeating named monsters at the same time as Void Fusion Reactor missions was being deleted, allow the player to use reconstructing devices without consuming Void Shards. Fixed an issue where the zone map of Hagus, the old mystery, showed different paths from actual past. Fixed an issue where traps would remain on restart after dying in the no resurrection zone in Hagos, the Haven. Fixed an issue where movement markers would appear while progressing through the Void Fusion Reactor. Fixed an issue where the roaming monsters would not spawn on the White Knight Gulch, hatchery battlefield. Changed the amorphous material patterns and shape stabilizers acquired from hard infiltration operations and White Knight Gulch in Hagos. Okay, so what they've done is they've moved them around, as you can see. So they've moved the higher ones to the Hagos and the lower ones to the White Knight Gulch, kind of as you progress, because you progress from White Knight, then you go to Hagos. So I understand that. And they've also changed the shape stabilizers from 7 to 6, just to tidy it up a bit, I think, which is pretty good. Okay, fixed an intermittent terrain rendering bug. This is miscellaneous, by the way. Xbox One and Xbox One S, fixed issues with textures, intimate display, black lines, fixed an issue where the sub-quest obtains Freyner's research materials one would complete after clearing Rockfall Vega's strategic outpost, even if the amorphous material pattern Freyner was not obtained. Fixed an issue where the sub-quest to prepare to obtain additional materials for Freyner research could not be completed while with Ultimate Bunny. Fixed an issue where the camera would intermittently freeze when removing parts during intercept battles. That has happened to me. Fixed an issue where the Elite Vulgar special effect, Chasing Orb, did not deal damage. Okay, finally, we've got a director's additional comment in relation to this update. So let's just go through what they're saying here. So greetings, this is the First Descendant director, Minisuku Ju. If I've hashed that, I apologize. Today, I'm going to outline the dev team's plans for issues that are discussed frequently by the community. The team is currently working on Season 1 and Season 2 updates, while also responding to improvement issues discovered during the live service. Today, I'm going to talk about more how we plan to improve the current state of the First Descendant, rather than about the Season 1 and 2 update. See, even just that statement there, they are focusing on the now to make the future better. Fantastic. Drop rate improvement plans. Okay, here's a bone of contention, I know. While all of our drop rate systems are operating fairly in the First Descendant, we do understand that some players are struggling with the vagaries of drop rate. To address this, we're planning to introduce a guaranteed drop system, where you're guaranteed to get the item you want after repeating the activity a certain number of times. Beautiful. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. This will change the game. Change the game. The First Descendant has various missions and amorphous materials with chance-dependent rewards. We're considering how we can effectively implement the guaranteed drop in such diverse reward systems. And we're working to create a farming structure that players will be happy with. We hope to make improvements before long to provide a more rational and satisfying farming experience. See, so they know we're farming, because that's the part of loot shooters. So they know this is perfect. Disposing of leftover items. Another issue. Next is an update on the items that we're piling up in your consumables. There is currently no way to dispose of blueprints for Descendants and weapons that you've already completed. So there are cases where players are getting multiple copies of blueprints they already own during the farming process. We've been listening to the community, who have told us that there needs to be a way to dispose of these unwanted items. While we could consider simply converting them into some gold or kuiper, we want to reward you with more value for the time you've put in to the game. To resolve this, the dev team is planning a system to dismantle leftover items to get byproducts, and a rotating shop system where you can exchange the byproducts for something of value. This will allow the items you obtained to have greater value in the game. Perfect. 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 Moving on. Supporting build diversity. It's a lot of fun for us to see the variety of builds being posted in the community lately. We love seeing you try so many different builds and are amazed by the unexpected ways you've evolved them. We hope for more builds to exist in the First Descendant, and we want an environment where players are free to experiment with different builds. However, we found that it is difficult to take advantage of loadouts after assigning socket types, which goes against our goal of experimenting with different builds freely. As a result, the dev team is planning to provide an environment where completely different builds can be created by assigning each loadout with different socket types. We hope this will help you experiment with different builds without feeling overwhelmed. Have you noticed that when you go into settings and you want to change the setting 1, setting 2, setting 3, you have, once you use your crystallization catalyst to assign a different material to it, you can't change it then for the whole different loadouts. This is fantastic, which means you're going to have to grind more catalysts, unfortunately. Balancing. Finally, some news about balancing. We are seeing a dominance of skill damage focused builds of some Descendants. Descendants and weapons that are well suited for these builds are quite popular now. We want the meta builds to change from season to season. We want the Descendants and weapons that are effective in new content to be different from those in the previous season. Also, we're looking to increase the proportion of firearm-based combat in the endgame. We can't promise that all Descendants and weapons will be equally balanced at all times, but our goal is to keep changing the effective builds. To that end, we promise to make constant adjustments and offer different ways to play with new content. I'm blown away. I'm blown away. It's blowing my mind. We aim to implement the improvements I talked about today during season 1 and 2. Okay. Your feedback means a lot to the dev team. We'll do our best to provide better experience as we build the game together, and we'll continue to listen to you as we strive to make the First Descendant even better. Thank you. Well, guys, that's it. That's the update 1.0.5. I'd like to know your thoughts about the changes that are coming up. The new season is dropping, or the new update is dropping today. Roughly around about 12 to 1 o'clock. So we'll be back on the grind to see our Ultimate Falby and our Luna. If you like this type of content and you enjoy it, then please subscribe, tick the tick box, hit the bell so you don't miss out on any other content. And as always, I'll see you in the next one.